rack of foreign, particularly the Russian nicotine pouches, you will see some high milligram nicotine. And even for me, some of it's a little bit too strong. You do one of the ones with like a Russian bear on it, and that's like 20 milligrams, and woo! Our 9s hit differently. It's a slower release. It's not, blowing you out of your chair. Okay, so that's a really good product. That a lot of testing went into that flavor. It's got the astringence of mint. You want a certain bite to it. You can't have a flat mint. The whole point of mint is like, woo, mint. Breathe in, clears your lungs, clears out any remaining tuberculosis. Not making health claims here. I'm just noting the fact. This you can keep in all day. The flavor stays so long in these pouches that we're almost thinking, well, wait a second. If you have a product that people can keep using, they don't need to buy new product. You know what I mean? Like, so if you double the amount of time someone can keep a pouch in, maybe that's like, massive loss in revenue to you. If you think about it, it doesn't have planned obsolescence built in, but we didn't care. We did it anyway. So this is chilled mint. The other day I was actually in a car going to the airport and my driver had COVID like 4 years ago and he lost his sense of smell. I'm not making this a true story. And I open up a tin of this in the back and he goes, I can smell that. And I said, I'm sorry, do you not like it? He goes, I haven't smelled anything in 4 years and I can smell whatever you just opened. It's the first thing I've smelled. So again, not making medical claims here, but I'm just saying this cut through the COVID haze for the man who was driving me to the airport. You open it, I can smell it from here. If you've had a really late night, and I gave up late nights many years ago, but let's say you're still in the late night phase of life and you have to wake up a little early to get to the job, throw one of these puppies in. Woo! Bracing, but delicious. They're definitely bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, reporting for work, sir, kind of nicotine pouches. Very, very good. This is the next flavor of ALP. It's called Refreshing Chill. What is Refreshing Chill? What flavor is that? Oh, good question. It's no flavor. Now, why do we make a nicotine pouch with no flavor? Well, because we're required by law to do that by the state of California, which has decided, having solved all of its other problems, the tens of millions of people living there illegally, drug cartels running at cities, the mass shootings, the fentanyl ODs, feces-covered nature of San Francisco.
And that's why I'm launching a new podcast.
Having solved all of that, they're going to protect their citizens from the real threat, which is flavored nicotine pouches. So you cannot sell a flavored nicotine pouch in California. That's how progressive it is. It's so progressive, it's just like Stalinist. But we're not giving up on our biggest state. I'm from California, so I feel a certain familial loyalty to the state. And so we produced this product, Refreshing Chill. And it is actually. It is refreshing and it's chilly. You're going to want to wear a sweater for this one. Welcome back to Nicotine Tasting Hour with Tucker Carlson, the white glove nicotine sommelier. We've gone through some of the selection that our company ALP offers. We started there as a kind of baseline. How do the other products compare to the one that we're offering? And we go first to a company called ZYN, kind of politically charged, very sensitive, very diversity-aware company in Switzerland. Now, I'll just be totally honest. Obviously, I've thrown a lot of shade at ZYN. I'll admit that I used ZYN for years, and I did it without self-consciousness, really without self-awareness. I had no idea what I was doing. I didn't know what I was putting in my mouth. That was the old me. It's been a long time since I've had a ZYN wintergreen, and I'm going to see, now that we've created ALP and we know what a nicotine pouch can be, how this rates. I'm going to try to be honest. I mean, there are competitors. Ooh, there aren't many in here, are there? It's like half full. There are only 15 pouches in there. Ours have 20. Just saying. It does feel like a tea bag. I feel like steeping it. But instead, I'm going to put it in my mouth. Tastes like salt, actually, for real. I'm going upper deck right now. Honestly, I'm not, no one will believe me because I have such an interest in saying this, but it's just absolutely the fact. It's shit. That's actually horrible. I cannot believe they sell that commercially. I'm not saying all ZYN is bad. By the way, some of them are much better than others, but this has got to be the worst. I'm going to throw it. Ugh. Actually, will you turn the cameras off? I'm going to spit. This is ZYN coffee. I always thought it was the best of the ZYN flavors, and we're rolling out a coffee mocha that's better. Again, you can't freaking taste it because it's dry. So you have to sit there and wait. Yeah, it's fine. It's good. I mean, they did a good job, I think, with this flavor. It smells good. This is almost like going back to your childhood home. Like in your memory, it's this like big, interesting place and you go back. Why is it so small? That's how I feel about ZYN. If you would have asked me, a year and a half ago, what do you think of ZYN coffee? I'd be like, yeah, I like ZYN coffee. It's really good. And now that I'm like meeting ZYN coffee again for the first time since I met ALP, since I broke up and found a new love, like the love of my life, I'm like, I can't believe I ever dated you. Like, you're kind of a loser. All right, so we're back. The Sahara Desert in July is a lot more life-giving than a ZYN. Like if I pulled this out of an Egyptian tomb, I'd be like, oh, really? They use nicotine pouches? It's been sitting under the desert for 3,000 years. That's what it actually feels like. This is cinnamon. And the other thing I will say about a dry pouch, not just ZYN, which is a uniquely crappy company, but all dry pouches, you have to start it up. It's like a Model T Ford. Like you have to crank it. It's like, no, I'd like an automatic starter, please. It's like survival food. You have to add water or something, or else it just sits there inert for decades or centuries or millennia. Yeah. Whatever. Breakers by Lucy in Espresso. Weirdly, I know the guys who run Lucy, and I'd love to claim they're evil, but they're actually really good guys. They're actually great guys. I like them a lot. They're also like salmon pink. That's a little bizarre. They actually feel like sandpaper on the outside. Now these are kind of an interesting concept. So they have a little capsule that you break with your teeth. It's like one of those little cyanide capsules that, spies carry, though it's not cyanide in this case, it's flavoring. You crunch it and it makes it wet. This is my favorite one of any that I've had today, other than Alp. This is Lucy Mango. 15 pouches, that's 5 too short, in my opinion. These are not breakers, these are conventional Lucy's. Yeah, it's not terrible, but it's like, really, like, what are we doing here? Like, what's the point of being alive? Like, the point of being alive is to create something beautiful, to do something really great and lasting. Dusty Springfield, who was a totally screwed up, drug addicted British singer in the 1960s. Life amounts to nothing, died young, but she wrote one song. It's less than 3 minutes long. It's called Son of a Preacher Man. There's not one person who hasn't heard that song and said, that's a great song. So Dusty Springfield's whole life had meaning, and her name is remembered, and we're talking about her now because she created this one thing less than 3 minutes long of beauty. And so if you're in the business of making things, no matter what, do your best, make it great. And they didn't do that with Lucy number 4 mangoes. I'm sorry. People are like, gosh, you've tried a lot of different nicotine brands today. Are you tired? Am I tired? I feel great. I don't know how many milligrams of nicotine my blood contains right now, but a lot. I'll just say a lot. And I'm kind of like a living lab rat right now. Like, what happens if you really go all the way? Honestly, I feel great. I feel totally aware. I feel happy. I don't feel like I'm on meth. I'm not like, whoa, I'm Napoleon. I just feel like clear-headed, cheerful. Mental acuity is at least at 10, if not 11. Okay, this is kind of interesting. This is called ZYN with an exclamation point. Like, ole, ole. Okay, so it's on. Ooh, it comes with a wrapper on it. It's like a child-proof. I don't know why they would put some kind of plastic wrapper on here, but whatever. First thing you notice about ZYNs or ONs is that they are not round. This is cinnamon. And I open it up. Ooh, and look, there's caked nicotine right there. Looks a little bit like an illegal narcotic. Now, why is there caked nicotine on the inside? I have no idea why. They're small. They're very flimsy. It almost feels like they're made of toilet paper or something. Yeah, that's not bad, actually. Everything about the pouch itself spells like made in Oaxaca, Mexico by people without shoes. But man, they put some powerful flavor. Oh, I got, oh shit. Ugh. Let me revise that. That's not good at all. Maybe they are made in Mexico and there are tamales in there. I don't know. I wouldn't keep using that product. Though I do like the design. Honestly, I kind of like the square tin. Owns, pretty bad actually, but kind of stylish anyway. Grizzly. I don't know if these are the same people who make Grizzly. I've never actually had Grizzly chewing tobacco. It was always considered like a kind of cheesy discount product. It was like the generic cigarettes of chewing tobacco. I never actually had it, but that doesn't mean it's not great. And I met people who like Grizzly a lot, and I absolutely love chewing tobacco, so I will give them the benefit of the doubt. This is spearmint. Not clear how many pouches in here. I don't think it says. Oh, 20. Good for them. So ZYN really is lagging the industry in pouches. Still trying to get away with 15 pouches. No, we're not screwing you over. Giant Swiss creepy left-wing company. No, we're not. Yeah. The Larry Fink of nicotine pouches. No, really. Try it. It's totally good. All right. It's good for the climate. Oh, you, ZYN. They should just stick to dip. If you make dip, if you make chewing tobacco, there's nothing wrong with that. It's one of the products that built this country. The men who built our railroads and won the world wars, they dipped. The U.S. military dips to this day, though a lot have switched to out. But there's nothing disreputable about dip. So if you make dip, if you make Grizzly, then you should not be ashamed at all. And you should just stick with what you know. Stay in your lane. Don't veer into a new category and be like, we make a pretty good chewing tobacco. Maybe we can make nicotine pouches. The evidence suggests, no, you can't. No offense. This is called Clue. Clue, like the game, like Mr. Mustard in the library, except it's spelled differently, C-L-E-W. Clue. Get a Clue. Nicotine pouches, Clue, cool mint. So you open it up. I kind of like the tin, actually. It's solid. Oh, it's got the... So there's a controversy over these. So this is a container on the top of the tin of the puck. You open up and it's designed for you to put your wet, chewed pouches in there. And we thought about doing that. And then I thought, that's gross. I put them in my pocket. They dry out. I throw them away at the end of the day. I don't need to hide your used nicotine pouch. You definitely don't want to store them all in there. There's something kind of nasty about that. Like imagine what grows in there. I have no idea who makes Clue or what it's about. I have no clue, as we say. But I'm open-minded. Ooh, and the pouches are a little bit softer too. They're not moist, but they're not desiccated. They're not tea bags, and you can't feel the sand. If these were toilet paper, they would be Charmin. That's good. The flavor's fine. The presentation is actually pretty good. It matters how things feel in your mouth. You're putting them in your mouth. Carter, who's our in-house nicotine consultant, just to be fair, got every possible nicotine pouch on the market. And I haven't heard of all of them. So I really do want to be fair. This is called Pillows. It says remarkably sour blueberry, 3 milligram. I've never heard of this and I've never had it. I have no idea who makes it. I don't know anything about it. So I'm going to assess it as honestly as I possibly can. It does smell good, I have to say. Oh, it's dry. you blow it. You lose me right there. I'm not into it. You want dry mouth? By the way, meth mouth, where all their teeth rot out? If you've ever been at 7-Eleven late night and there's someone in there buying a Reese's product and a deck of menthol cigarettes, that's a meth head. They all have rotted teeth, meth mouth. Why? Because meth makes your mouth dry. So dry mouth is bad. It's the sign that 13-year-olds are getting high. It's a sign that people are smoking meth in later life, and it doesn't work in a nicotine pouch either. So that's a major strike against them, but I'm just going to try it anyway. Kind of like it. Kind of interesting. It's a little bit like candy. They're trying. And I do think somebody has to push beyond the boundaries of, conventional nicotine flavoring. We are, by the way. But you want to see others do it too, because innovation begets innovation. So if you have a company, Pillows, I think with a backward Z, that's a little gay, just to be honest. But whatever. Pillows. So now I'm making fun of them, but they're pushing it. They're like, let's just not make blueberry. Let's make sour blueberry. Kudos. Pillows. Kudos. Here, try. It's actually pretty good.
It's not a backwards Z.
Oh, it's not?
That's just how Z looks.
I want to be fair to Pillows. All of them. Your Z is actually in the right direction. I'm the one who's in the wrong direction as a dyslexic. We have a product. Ooh, I like that. 7 milligram. I like it when people sort of bump. Why are you doing this anyway? The nicotine is the secret sauce. So, people bump up the nicotine a little bit. I'm totally in favor of that. This is called VELO, or is it VELO? I'm not exactly sure. There are 20 pouches also, which I definitely appreciate. And this is black cherry, which is something else I like. These pouches are a little wide. Oh, so here I am. I went to the trouble of putting on the glove to keep oils from my hand off the pouch in order to be fair. And then I was pawing it with my greasy mitts. So I'm going to turn it to the Michael Jackson hand right here. Now, the first thing you notice is these are wide and short. Stumpy is the word I would use. It also feels dry, but a little softer than ZYN. You really can't overstate how much ZYN sucks. Actually, I'm not being mean. I'm just being honest. It's actually grand. You can feel it in there. Anyway, this is VELO in Black Cherry 7. Ooh, not good. Actually, that's not good at all. And you saw that. I don't even know how to pronounce the name of the company. And I was totally complimentary and completely open-minded. Even the stubby packaging, I was like, whoa, short, wide pouch. I'm open-minded. I don't judge, all shapes and sizes. That's my view. So I was ready to like this pouch. Ooh. They don't taste these things for rolling them out. They don't have, nobody works at the company who uses nicotine pouches. Why don't they just pass it out and be like, okay, guys, full staff meeting, okay? We're planning on rolling out a brand new flavor called Black Cherry. Why don't we pass it out to the guys who work here? Like the guys on the loading dock and running the lines, making it. Have people who use nicotine pouches try the flavor before you introduce it to, say, 350 million Americans. Just a pro tip for you. We've got a bunch of prototypes of flavors. The first thing I did, they sent me a case of them. I labeled them all and I gave them out to people I know who are very serious, who use nicotine pouches all day long. And I'm like, what do you think? And use the whole tin and get back to me. Don't give me just like your first impression or something. Anyway, they clearly didn't do that with Black Cherry Velo because, whoa! It's got a weird, like, not even aftertaste, but like side taste, like lurking in the shadows. There's something ugly. Thumbs down.
Yeah, the V is backwards.
Next up is VELO Wintergreen. By the way, there's room for more than one nicotine pouch. There's only room for one truly great nicotine pouch, but whatever. I mean, Coke always had Pepsi. Levi's always had Lee. Marlboro always had Winston. Like, it's okay to have a kind of beta position, someone in the bitch seat behind you. It's all right. It's a better first impression than the Black Cherry. And I can't overstate my disappointment in the Black Cherry. I like the fruit flavors. I'll just be totally blunt. I'll just admit it. We're going to do like a boysenberry at some point just to please me. But everyone has to make it wintergreen. It's the law. Or close to the law. No, that's not bad. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's like fine. I mean, this is the good enough flavor. If this were like someone you were dating, your friend would be like, well, it's got a lot of extracurriculars. You know what I mean? If I was walking down the sidewalk and Velo 9 milligram wintergreen walked past me, I don't even mean, but I wouldn't even notice her. All right, this is a product called Rogue. It's kind of dorky. Rogue. Go Rogue! Plow your own path. Are you a Pathfinder? You the Kit Carson of nicotine pouch users? Go Rogue. Uncontainable, uncontrollable, made by some giant publicly traded company, but it's Rogue. Actually, I don't know who makes Rogue. I'm just being a dick. Anyway, I'm open-minded. So this is a 6 milligram mango. I won't rest until there's like a passion fruit alp. Probably I'm the only person who will use it, but I will. Again, we're looking at a slightly wider Oh, it's granular though. Come on, Rogue. You're not really going Rogue, are you? It's kind of the opposite of Rogue, isn't it? You're basically aping ZYN. You're like, we're so Rogue, we're going to do a ZYN, but call it mango. Ooh, it smells good. I will say that. Look, I'm fair. Now, obviously, I want to outsell all these companies. Our product is better, just like as it factually. But, you want to encourage excellence no matter what. But it's not good. It's not good at all. Obviously, the flavor of a pouch evolves over time. When you first put it in, you get one sensation. This is true of all products. It's true of chewing tobacco. It's true of cigarettes. It's certainly true of cigars. So it is fair to say that a pouch, you can't judge a pouch by its first sensations. But that doesn't mean first sensations don't matter. They really do matter. And the first sensation here has a kind of, this was made in a chemical plant in New Jersey kind of feeling. Like, I don't know the process behind Rogue, or maybe it's Ragui. Honestly, I don't know how it's pronounced, but I can just imagine out behind in the loading dock, some Dominican guy with lots of tattoos is like got a hand truck with this giant 50-gallon drum that says mango across the back, and it's been made at a chemical plant on 95 in New Jersey. I'm just guessing. I'm saying what it tastes like. But I'm getting the sense that they don't have like a mango tree in the yard at Ragui or Rogue. Nicotine on demand, which is kind of a ludicrous, like, when else would you get nicotine? By accident? I mean, like, what? All nicotine is by demand. The people demand nicotine. That's why we have it. We don't have it because the authorities want us to have it. They definitely don't. Anyway, I thought it was lime. I was actually pretty excited. Someone needs to make a lime nicotine pouch. I think that would be super cool. But it's not lime, it's apple. But, I support that too. And there are a lot of varieties of apple. Sour apple. I just reviewed a chilled apple in our prototype. I don't know how I felt about it. I'm still thinking. But this is just flat out apple. It smells good. It's a little muted, actually, if I'm being totally honest. The smell. Why does the smell matter? I don't know. I mean, why do aesthetics matter? Why does beauty matter? Does it add to your bottom line? No. But it adds to your life. So smell does matter. I smell everything. I never put a single thing in my mouth before smelling it. Ever. Not my whole life. And I don't care if it's embarrassing or not. And it smells fine, but it doesn't quite have the punch that it should have. Like a true apple, like a green apple on a cold day. Crunch. Red apple. Even a red apple, which tend to be a little pulpier. Crunch apple. This is more like a pulpy apple, maybe with a worm in it. But I can't say because I haven't tasted it yet. This is inoffensive. This is like just enough to be fine. Now we're moving on to something called ZYN or ZYN. ZYN or ZYN has 3 factors in its favors. Right off the bat, I'm just looking, by the way, you say, oh, you can't judge a nicotine pouch by its cover. Well, you kind of can, actually. You can learn a lot. First of all, it's 20 pouches, just like Alp. Bless you. It's almost starting to feel like ZYN is the industry lagger, not leader. Like they're the greediest people in the nicotine business. Oh, we only give you 15 pouches. up your ZYN, actually. Second is 9 milligram, which we like to see. The worst they can say is it's an addictive product. Nicotine is an addictive product. Yeah, I had no idea. Oh, really? Is it really? Thanks, Mom. I had no idea it was addictive. Anyway, and it's something called dragon fruit. Now, I have no idea what dragon fruit is. I don't know if it appears in nature, but it sounds kind of exotic. So I'm going to try it right now. I open it up. First, whoa! Wow! It's pink. Actually, it's more precisely salmon. Kind of salmon color. I don't know if it's farm-raised salmon or wild salmon. It doesn't matter, but it's got that kind of off pink color. It's sort of iridescent. Now, it sounds like I'm attacking it. I'm not. I'm actually kind of mesmerized by it. It's burning my retinas. Kind of cool. Next, the smell. Oh, that smells like shit, actually. Oh my God. Whoa, here it was so positive. And not shit like your cat did something in there. Not like that. Just like, oh man, that doesn't smell good at all. Let me try it again. Now I've aired it out. Like wine, sometimes you need to get a little oxygen in there. You have to let it decant. Okay, so I've decanted the nicotine pouches. It's absolutely awful. That's like the worst smell I've ever smelled. In fact, I don't want to be. Can you come over really quick? Just smell that. It's really bad. It's really bad. Now, just so you know, just be careful of it. It's called ZYN. It's dragon fruit, and it actually smells like the ass end of a dragon. Like it's been digesting all kinds of nights. I'm not going to put that in my mouth. I don't care. I know this is tasting. I'm not putting ZYN dragon fruit in my mouth. No. Tell me if I'm being unfair.
I think there's something wrong with it.
Your smell is like an early warning system. It's the NORAD of your body. So your smell, your nose, your olfactory senses let you know that it's coming. Should I let it in? And in the case of ZYN number 9 dragon fruit, do not let that in. All right, next one up. I don't even know what that says. Kadobar? I don't even know. Kadobar. Okay, well, that's bizarre. Blueberry candy. A lot of people are going to be like, that's way too fruity for me. Question your sexuality. Feel like blueberry candy. I've got 4 kids. I'm totally comfortable with blueberry candy. If this is good, I'll say so. Okay, these are long and slender. Dry. Yep, granular. When will they learn? Initial taste is not good. You got to test these things before putting them in packages and selling them. Like, what are you doing? This is not good. Here we go. We've got something called ZYN, nicotine on the go. What does that even mean? What nicotine isn't on the go? If you're only using nicotine when you're resting, you're kind of missing the point. Nicotine is for all times. Have I slept with a nicotine pouch in? I'm not going to answer that question on the grounds. It made me look pretty darn cool, but yeah, I have. But here's the thing I like about this. It's banana chill. Now, I'm a little skeptical of the chill. Why would you chill a banana? I am looking for a banana nicotine pouch. Probably nobody else is. I am. In fact, we're testing one right now. Yeah. Why do they put the chill in bananas? Like, have some confidence in the flavor. If it's good enough for the chimps, it's good enough for me. Yeah, it's crap. Doesn't taste at all like banana. Ugh. If I could give some unsolicited advice to the ZYN Corporation, have confidence in your banana. Be proud of your banana. Feel no banana shame. It's banana. It's an everybody flavor. Everybody loves bananas. And that is not good at all. That's like awful. I really think the race is on. This is like getting to the South Pole, like the 21st century version. Who can make the first truly good banana nicotine pouch? And may the best pouch win. So if there's one piece of advice I could give to nicotine pouch users coming up, and I would give the same advice, I don't know, to a young woman dating. Don't settle. Don't fall for the first nicotine pouch you run into at 7-Eleven. You know what I mean? Like, save yourself. Pull back a little bit. Like, is this the pouch for you? Probably not. High standards. Set your standards. Maintain them. You're worth it. Don't put some dry, granular, degrading piece of garbage in your mouth. And whatever you do, don't put that dragon fruit crap that smelled like roadkill made by, what was that company?
ZYN.
Oh, ZYN. Thank you for joining us for today's nicotine tasting. As more products emerge, I will be tasting them. I am the nicotine pouch sommelier, wishing you adieu.